Dear ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I hope that you are doing well. I'm Manika Batra, the ITTF High Performance Manager, and I'm very and happy, proud to warmly welcome all of you to our 9th ITTF High Performance and Development webinar with the topic Training with Style on Different Continents. I want to talk shortly about our webinar code, about our rules. To all the attendees, please mute yourself and turn off the video. Just the panelists' micro and webcam will be on. Please don't touch anything regarding the recording or our presentation slides. Please leave your questions in the chat. We will try to answer as many as possible in the question and answer part of the webinar. Thank you very much. Over to the introduction of our today's panelists. I would like to warmly welcome Manika Batra from India. She is the winner of the 2018 Commonwealth Games in women's singles and team, the bronze medalist of the mixed doubles at the 2018 Asian Games, the winner of the 2016 South Asian Games in the women's teams, doubles and mixed doubles, and the runner-up of the 2016 South Asian Games in the women's singles. Hello, Manika.
Hi, Dominic. Thank you so much.
Furthermore, I would like to warmly welcome Chang from the United States of America. She is the winner of the 2019 ITTF-Panam Championships. She is the winner of the 2017 Pan Am Cup and the runner-up in 2020. She is the winner of the 2019 US Open, and she took the 4th place at the 2019 ITTF Women's World Cup. Hello, Lily.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you very much, Lily and Manika, for taking the time. Last but not least, I warmly welcome our experienced ITTF High Performance Elite Coach, Massimo Costantini. Pass over to you, Max.
Hello, good evening to everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good night. Again, thank you very much, Lily and Manika, for joining us in this webinar. Again, I would like to invite again the attendees to switch off the camera and keep the mic off as well. And then we are ready to start. We have prepared so many questions for you guys, and then we are very excited to have you here. And I will start immediately with how is the situation in your country, in a big country? Lily, how is the situation now? Or if you got back a little bit to play, and then followed by Manika.
Yeah, I mean, the situation is still pretty crazy, I would say. I do think it's getting slightly better, though, because I live in California, and even though we were really strict on the lockdowns and taking safety precautions and everything, you can see the state kind of lifting some of those restrictions. So, for example, like ICC, my club, they just started opening on Monday. Today's Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know. The days are like flying by. I don't even know which day it is anymore. Yeah, but they just started, so it's really great to see that kind of normality of life starting to get back, and I really hope to get back to training soon.
Good, good. Manika, you are in Pune currently, right?
So, like most of the times, I live in Pune only because my training center is over here. But in India, it's like there are not many cases and not many deaths like America. But like, yeah. So, but it's bad to hear all these situations, what all is happening in the world. But yeah, I started training last week only. Before that, I was not able to train. My center was closed, but now I can train. I'm so happy. Like now also I came from my training. So yeah, so this training, I'm sure we all were missing, all the athletes were missing trainings and tournaments. So yeah, I'm pretty happy now.
So you both have in common that for the last 2 editions you won the Star Awards during the grand finals, right? So Manika 2018 and Lily 2019. Very quick feeling on that award. That was really, really great. Manika, how was that?
It was a great moment for me because representing India and ITTF was giving me award. It was great achievement, I would say. And
Of course.
I like all these things only come because of our hard work and our performance. So I will remain like focused, and I will train, and I will perform well, so I can win more awards like this.
So it won't be the last. It will be only one of many. How about you, Lily? What was the feeling being nominated and then Lily Zhang?
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with Monica that it was such a huge honor, and it felt really, really incredible, to have all your, I guess, your hard work and, time and effort really, be worth it in the end. And, even seeing Monica in 2018 win the award, that was really inspiring to me. So I'm just really lucky to have gotten that opportunity. And yeah, hopefully there will be more in the future. We'll see.
So you have in common this, but also you started table tennis some times ago. I know that Lily, you started in a laundry room, right? For what I remember, can you tell us a little bit how you started this to play table tennis, Lily?
Yeah, that is totally correct. So I started because my dad was a professor at Stanford University, and because of that, we were able to live on campus. And so they had a laundry room for us to do laundry, and like in order to just kill time and keep ourselves busy, they had a table tennis table right there. And that was pretty much the first time I ever picked up the paddle and just started hitting around with my parents for fun. But obviously I didn't think anything close to what my life would be right now. I just thought it was like a fun little hobby that I get to just have fun with my parents. And then it kind of started rolling a lot more when my friend took me to our local table tennis club, and then that was when I started like really taking private lessons and getting more into it. And now I guess I don't know how many years later, 17 years later, here I am.
How about you, Manika? How did you start? Manika? Hello? We lost Manika, maybe? Manika is not here. Okay, so she will try to join, maybe some connection. Pune, they need to improve internet connection, I have to say. I mean, Dominic, I think you have also questions. Then we can keep going with Lily. So Lily, maybe you have to be ready for a double work. Early in the morning for you.
Oh no, Monica, come back. Don't leave me.
Okay.
Yes,
Over to you, Dominic.
I do have questions. So Lily, in your initial career or even now, do you have any person, any player as a role model?
Well, growing up, my number one role model was Zhang. Like I remember as a young child watching literally all of her tapes and recordings. And, I just really admired her because not only is she just like absolutely incredible on the table and physically, but I really admired her mental game in such that like, she was able to keep such a calm and, just overall amazing demeanor throughout the match, no matter if she's down or up. And, that was just something I really admired growing up. So I always wanted to kind of emulate her game and try to keep up with, her mental mindset. Obviously it's hard. I know I still have a lot of trouble with it, but yeah, it's a good goal. So.
Yeah. Great to hear. Yeah, I totally agree with you. She was a really great athlete and for sure one of the best players ever. Yeah.
Mhm.
So over to the next question, because I see Manika is unfortunately still not here. All of us are aware that both of you have very different playing styles. But Lily, how did you develop your skills?
Well, my playing style, I don't think I ever gave too much thought into it actually, because playing with my parents at the time, I think they were both pen holder, like pen hold grip. But then when I started taking private lessons, the coach just gave me a racket. It was a shake hand racket. I was like, okay, cool. I'll just go with it because I didn't know anything else. And then, when I started playing more, that just became my style. And yeah, I didn't really think about pips or defense or anything else. So just rolled with it.
Okay, so I see you are very happy that you don't play the same style as your parents do, no?
I think it's awesome. I think penhold style is one of the coolest styles there is. It's a little sad to see it actually kind of dwindling a little bit because I think people who play penhold have such, incredible touch and feeling at the table. So I would love to see more people pick up the style.
Okay, thank you very much. By the way, I see Manika is back. Hello, Manika. Hello, Manika. I have two questions now for you because now she has already
What did I miss?
answered,
I'm sorry.
So the first question for you, Manika. In your initial career or even now, do you have any person or player as a role model?
There are many actually, but
Okay.
I would say, like not from my sport, not from table tennis, from different sport, from India only. There is one boxer, Mary Kom, and I don't know, you must be aware of PV Sindhu, badminton player. Like I follow them a lot. They are really doing great for our country and in their fields, and I admire them. And of course, from table tennis, Ding Ding is my role model. I love her style. I love her game. But of course, before she retires, I want to play with her and I want to defeat her. That's my dream. But yeah, these are my role models.
Okay, thank you very much. And over to the next question, to the second one. All of us are aware that both of you have very different playing styles. How did you develop your skills, Manika?
So yeah, I have pimple on my back end, long pimple. When I was young, I started playing with pimple only, to be honest. So my I will not tell my weak point or strong point, but yes, like I love to play with my pimple rubber, and I have defeated also many players, but not Lily.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
but like nowadays I am like many people, they say that I have to work on my forehand. So Massimo also, he advised me long back, and I am working on that because I don't want to be dependent on my pimple rubber. So
okay.
I am working on my forehand as well, and I I want to improve my attack basically.
Okay, so this was the love at first sight with your pimples, yes? As I understood, yeah? But still you want to be not depending on them, yeah? You want to be independent, yeah?
Of course,
okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Pass over to you, Max.
Yeah. So considering the different styles, of course, but sometimes those styles come from also the environment you are growing up in. So how the environment affected your playing style? Let's start with Lily.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, environment is super important for playing styles. You know, when I was telling me how I chose my styles, because my coach, you know, gave me the shake hand racket. Everyone I saw around me pretty much played shake hand, normal rubber, and it was kind of the only thing I knew growing up. So that's just what I went with. You know, it wasn't until I started traveling internationally that I saw like how many different styles there were, and it was short pips, medium pips, long pips, defense, whatever. And I was like, wow, this is really awesome to see, you know. And I think that growing up in this environment and only playing with shake hand, normal styles, I think it could have been, you know, a little bit of a detriment, because sometimes I find it hard to play with pips or defense when I go play internationally. So yeah, I know it's definitely something I have to work on and get more experience with, but you're totally right in that environment is a huge factor in playing styles and everything.
And same for you, Manika, because you started in Delhi, right?
Yes. First of all, I would like to say to Lily that she's not bad on long pimple or short pimple. She's really good, because
I got lucky last time. I got lucky.
Yes, so she's really good on that. But anyways, yeah, I started in Delhi. I used to train in my Delhi center, but like their environment was good, but like she said, we have different styles. We see different styles of players, normal rubber, shake hand, all these styles. So I think I started really well with my pimple, but like, to be honest, from 2 or 3 years back, I realized that, like I said, I don't have to be dependent on my pimple rubber, because I think many people know now, especially Chinese, they are training on that. And so, yeah, I am trying to change everything.
Everything.
You
Okay.
will see that.
Okay, good. Okay, Dominic, go ahead.
Yeah. Let's stay with Manika. Manika, what is your daily regime of work? I mean, how does, let's say, usual training day look like, you know?
We can hear you.
Yes, we can't hear you, Manika.
Otherwise, we can
Yes.
jump on Lily.
Lily,
I think
yes.
it's a question for Lily, right?
Yes, please, Lily, go ahead.
Okay, well, if you want a training day in quarantine, it's pretty much just staying in bed all day.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about a training day before this global pandemic hit, for me, I was training in Dussidorf, Germany, because I was also playing the German league over there, the Bundesliga. And it was about a 5 to 6 hour training day, usually waking up at 8 in the morning, training from 9 to 11:30, 12-ish, you know, going for lunch and taking an afternoon nap because I need a nap. Otherwise, you know, I will die during the afternoon. And then afternoon training session from about 3 to 5:30/6-ish. And then dinner and kind of just unwinding in the evening. But of course, with rest days, sometimes during the week, usually on Sundays or Wednesday afternoons, and yeah, and physical training as well, which is really important in table tennis.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, really, yeah, sounds like a tough schedule, but of course, yeah, this rest is very much needed. I totally agree with you. So thank you, Lily. And let's try again with Manika. Manika, is it now possible? Can we hear you? Yes, I could hear something. Manika?
Yeah. Lily?
Manika? Can you hear us?
Look, it's so bad.
Okay, but now we could hear you. Let's try. How does a usual training day of you look like?
So before lockdown, it was like 3 morning. I get up, then I do some physical work. Then I on court on table. I am like 3 to 4 hours in the morning and evening. Same 3 to 4 hours, and after that I do some fitness in the stadium in the hall only, like movement exercise or something like that. But if in some day I have off session, I go for gym and I do some physical exercise. And yeah, so but I think only physical exercises are not important. We have to be mentally fit as well. So I do like for mental exercise, I do some exercise for that. So
Okay, again stuck, unfortunately. So pass over to you, Max, for the next question.
Yeah, by the time maybe Manika can restore the connection, Lily again, you are, I told you,
Used to it now.
double work early in the morning. So yeah, in our past webinars, we have discussed about the workload, the skills, weaknesses. Now regarding the work at the table, the training. So how much time you dedicate to the best skills you have, and how much time you dedicate to the weakness that you have. So how you balance the skills and the weakness? Do you like to train more what what you are good at it, or the opposite?
Well, I don't know if I'm speaking for all athletes, but I feel like most of us like training the things that we're good at, because it makes us feel good, right? Like we always want to feel good during practice and feel like, we're accomplishing something. But at the same time, I do recognize that it's absolutely crucial to, train on the things that we're not good at, because ultimately when it comes to a match, those are the things that will be exposed the most to your opponents. So even though I would rather, just play all day, just backhand or something, but not to give away my strengths and weaknesses right now. But I do recognize, that it is really, really important to work and double up on the things that we need to improve on. So I would say it's necessary still to maintain our good skills, but I think we need to put more work on, the things we're looking to improve on.
Great. Manika, you back with us, or? Same.
I think this lockdown has made my internet so bad.
So same question for you. You have of course different skills. For you, it's definitely different. So how much time you dedicate to the best skills, and how much time to the weakness? Let's say like that.
I agree with Lily that we like to train on our best things because we enjoy that and we feel happy. But like it's important to work on our mistakes as well, because in match we are not only going to play our strong points, and that opponent will not play on that will not play the same. So of course it's important to work on mistakes. So I give to be honest, I give more time to my strong points, strong skills, but at the same time I keep in my mind that I have to work on my weak, or like what I do mistake in my match, I have to work on that as well. So I do multi balls because like to work on my weak points. I have seen Lily doing multi balls so much in like she does so fast, she's so quick. I've seen a lot of videos of her multi balls. Yeah,
Thank you very much.
I have learned from her.
Stop. Stop.
We have also some questions later on. Wait, don't rush. Dominic.
Yeah, Manika, I would like to stay with you. How complicated is it to train and to perform with your specific rubbers combination?
Like, it's not complicated, but I would say in the beginning it was tough because to playing with the many high ranked players, like I was really nervous that they will play, like they can play or they cannot, or they will beat me easily. But nowadays I'm really confident that like I said, I am working on many things, what Max advised me before. So I am working on many things, and I think um, like it will show in my tournaments. I will show that, and of course, like I'm waiting for my tournaments.
Okay, so for you it was more about getting used to this kind of situation with the rubbers, no?
Yes, like I twiddle my racket. So for that I need to practice a lot. So I did that before. So to play with pimple, I think it's really tough because to stop the ball and to control. So I did a lot of practice of that, and I think it's like I I'm playing really well now with my pimple rubber, and I'm so happy for that.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Manika. Pass over to you, Max.
So yeah, we have just asked to Manika how is it complicated to train with her skills. But now, Lily, how is complicated to play against that rubbers?
It's very, very hard. Monica, you chose.
Don't say that.
But you played once only, right? Only once you played, right?
I just remember we played in Slovenia Open. That one, oh my gosh, Max, you were coaching.
I was there.
You witnessed.
I was there. Yeah.
Yes.
So how is complicated to play against this kind of combination? I mean, Manika is very specific combination with long pips and no rub, no sponge. And what you can tell us regarding how to play against?
Yeah, I mean it's a very unique style. I think. I think most people in table tennis are still smooth rubbers. A lot of them. So to play against long pips, it takes a lot of practice and getting used to. So I think in the beginning, especially, it's very difficult because you don't really understand what kind of spin is coming back versus what spin you give it. You know. I think it just takes a lot of time and getting used to, as I think we all know.
Manika, I mean, now when I was preparing the questions, me and Dominique, I was realizing I was there in India for 2 years, but I never asked you this. Have you ever tried to play with the pimple scene rubbers for both sides, the smooth rubbers? Have you ever tried? Yeah, smooth rubbers, forehand and backhand.
To be honest, I haven't tried because I never thought, like that thought never came in my mind that I will play with the smooth rubber on both sides. But yes, for fun, I have tried, and like I tried back in topspin, and yeah, it went really well. Yes, back in topspin. Not like Lily, but yes, I tried. But I now I'm not planning to play with normal rubber on both sides. So like I've not tried professionally, but I have tried for fun. But I hope I can play in some match. I can try my backhand topspin.
Monica, we can change styles next time.
I can't wait that moment. Over to you, Dominic.
Thank you, Massimo. I'm also looking forward to this moment to enjoy this. Lily, did you spend a lot of time practicing in China in your childhood?
Yes. Obviously, I'm from the US and I live in the US, but when I was younger, every summer I would go to China to train. I think a lot of us, or pretty much all of us, know that China is, so dominant in table tennis, and they have such an amazing training system and experience. So my family felt like in order for me to improve, it would be best for me to send me to China and see, how they train and kind of learn from that and emulate that. So I think from when I was 9 to 16 on, it was pretty much every summer to China. And I've been to like Beijing team, Shanghai team, Nanjing team. And it was really, really cool to be able to see how all these different provinces function and kind of learn from this Chinese mentality and training system. And it's pretty obvious why they are number one in the world, because they pretty much eat, sleep, and breathe table tennis. Like Pong is life,
Yeah, but it seems that it worked out very well for you, yeah?
I would hope so.
So, thank you very much, Lily. So I have one more question for Manika. Manika, a quite significant percentage of Indian female players have been playing with rubbers combination. It is very common in India. How do you explain that?
Because of Manika, maybe.
My network is bad.
Got stuck again?
Can you?
Okay.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Now it's fine.
Yes. Can you repeat that question?
Yes. So I said a quite significant percentage of Indian female players have been playing with rubbers combinations. So pimple in and pimple out. Yes. It is very common in India. How do you explain that?
I am not sure, but like Max said, that because of me, like now young,
I like that answer.
like now young players, they are starting playing with long pimple rubbers, like watching me how I play and how I perform internationally. But I think I would suggest all the young athletes that they should follow what they want to do, not follow any other player. Like if they are good in backhand topspin or something, they should do that. But like there are many good athletes, like women players who are playing with short pimple, long pimple, and I think I don't know, this is mentality, or they like to play with that and they excel in that because they start playing with pimple rubber and they they train and they really excel in that with that rubber. So I think I think many players are coming up and they are playing with pimple, and I'm really happy that they are following me. They are following my game, and they are also performing well internationally and nationally.
Okay, thank you very much. One more question for Lily. We know that speed is a very must-need in table tennis. Do you think it is enough to compete and reach the top of the tops?
Well, I think it comes down to different styles, but yeah, I feel like if your style is one that, really gives a lot of attention to speed, that it definitely is
like yours
possible. Yes. I mean, I hope so for my future, for my sake. Yeah, but I feel like if you look at a lot of the other top players in the world, for example, just off the top of my head, I mean, back in the day, like Deng Yaping, she was so fast, you know, like little rocket on the table. And even now, like Mima Ito and Miu Hirano and a lot of the Japanese players rely heavily on speed. So I think that, yeah, it definitely is possible to reach the top. I hope.
Thank you very much. Pass over to you, Max.
Yeah, let's continue with Lily. Recently, both you have achieved great results. So how did those results affect the popularity of the sport in your country?
Well, I think that, well, while results are not, you know, everything for athletes, it's more about the process. I do think it is pretty important for inspiring, you know, the younger generation. Like Monica said before, you know, her style inspired a lot of younger players to follow in her footsteps, which I think is really amazing. So, you know, I hope that by my playing and playing professionally and, you know, doing something on the international scene, it can help, you know, a lot of other younger players in America realize that it is a possibility to play table tennis. It's not just something, you know, you can put on your college resume and then just give up forever. That, you know, it is something that you can pursue if you really are passionate about it. And I think I do see that table tennis is improving in America. It's slow, but I think it's a start, and I hope, you know, one day it'll be similar to China, where you can see like ping pong tables everywhere in the parks and the streets, and everyone just, you know, at least knowing how to play a little bit.
How about you, Manika?
It has after 2018, many things has changed. Before that, I think that table tennis was not that popular. It was like many players have done a great job, like Sharat Kamal and many good athletes they have done. So I think, but after 2018, people are like interested to put their kid or like their kid in table tennis. Before that, it was not like this. They used to put them into cricket or tennis or something like that. But nowadays, table tennis is getting popular in India, which I like the most because I know I used to think that I want to make table tennis popular around the world, not only in India. And we all are trying to do that, all the players. And like, I know it will go slow. Like Lily said, that it will slowly grow in our country, but not like China. Everywhere there are tables, but I think it will grow in our country, and we all athletes, we will try to achieve more, that uh, our young generation can also get inspired from us, and they can also do something for our country in future.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. Dominic is your next.
Manika, let's start with you. You are both quite popular on social media. Does this fact has any influence on your daily routine? Hello, Manika?
I can hear you, but I missed that last part, what you said.
I asked because you are both quite popular on the social media, yeah? Right. Does this fact has any influence on your daily routine?
I don't think so. Influence, yes. Like I am active on social media, but not in when I'm training hard, when my training is going really hard, or in my tournaments. But when I'm free, I do look Instagram. My favorite social media app is Instagram, and I watch many videos of good players on that. Like I like to watch. There are many videos of great players, and yeah, like I don't make social media as my daily routine. I don't use that much. like you said, I am on social media. I'm not that much active on social media, but I like to use when I'm free, and that makes me happy. Like when I come home and I see my social media, that makes me happy when I see many stories or many posts on that. Like, yeah.
Okay, so great. And of course, just only watching table tennis videos. Yeah, of course, like all we do. And what about
All
you?
the great players.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. What about you, Lily?
Well, I would say that Monica has way more following than me on social media. You know, she's famous. But I would also agree with her that, you know, I don't think it, you know, affects my daily life. I do enjoy being on it and being able to connect with a lot of table tennis people out there that I normally, you know, wouldn't get to talk to. So that's a really, really cool part of it. And yeah, but it's not something that, you know, really affects my daily life. Still training, still, you know, talking to friends and whatever. But it is just cool to connect with fans and people who love table tennis.
So you are more Instagram favorite Instagram or Facebook? Which one?
Also Instagram. I'm on it. Team Instagram.
Insta forever. Yeah.
Although nowadays I feel like it's more about TikTok. Everyone's like
yeah.
all about TikTok and like doing all these dances and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't keep up.
Pass over to you, Max.
Olympic Games. So postponement of the Olympic Games. How do you take this fact? Lily, again, start with you. So
Yeah,
the fact that 1 year later you were in a process to prepare, and so many stuff around. So this postponement, what would it mean for you?
Yeah, well, it definitely wasn't easy to hear, you know, especially I think for all athletes. We were preparing so hard for this one moment and, you know, making sure that we're in peak shape and ready to play. But I think at the end of the day, it was obviously the right decision, you know, in order to keep everyone around the world safe and healthy, whether, you know, it's the athletes or the volunteers or the fans. But I'm just happy that they didn't cancel it and it's just delayed. So I think it's good to look at this with more of a positive light, and just think that we have another year to prepare and to improve and get better and hopefully, you know, do even better at the games. So I think at the end of the day, it could be actually a positive thing.
Good. Manika, how about you?
Of course, we all athletes were upset because we were preparing for Olympic Games, but I think we should, and many players are taking it positively now that they have now time to prepare well and they have to train well for that. So they get time to do all those things what they were not able to do before that. So I think we have to take it positively, and of course. Our health is very important. So I like I am happy that they took this decision to postpone it, and like I am taking it positively that I have more time to train and I can improve my ranking as well.
Great, great. We have a few more questions, actually, a couple of more, and then we have received from audience as well. Dominic, you have one more, I guess, right?
Yes, very interesting one.
Very
be careful with your answer. Be careful with your answer.
I'm nervous.
I will start with Lily. Yeah, Lily, what should a female player learn from a male player and vice versa?
Well, it's an interesting question, that's for sure. I mean, I don't know if I see it as more of a male and female thing. I feel like when I admire players, I kind of just admire their ability on the table. So like I said, my ultimate role model is Zhang, but you know, I have role models that are males as well, like Timo Boll, and I really admire his, you know, demeanor on the table and his mental game. So I don't know that I can say that it's like what I can learn from a male player and what a male player can learn from a female player. I think we can all just learn from each other, you know, and yeah, to be politically correct, I guess.
You're totally right.
Very much correct.
I'm done with that. Monica, your turn.
You got it.
So what about you, Manika?
I think I agree with Lily that we should learn from each other, because I cannot learn his style or who I admire, like I now also like Zhang and Timo Boll. I cannot learn his style. I have to play my style. But I can learn some things from him and any other male player. But I think we should learn from each other. But we can learn someone's nature, how he is, or a male player can learn a women player's nature, like how she is. So this is very important, like how a human being should be. Like I have seen Timo Boll, he's so calm when he plays, and so as a female player, I can learn that thing about like from a male player.
Okay, thank you very much. Pass over to you, Max.
Okay, last question. Now we have spoken about being a player. Now for the next 2 minutes, you are the coach of each other. So, Manika, if you are a coach of Lily, what kind of advice will you give to her? And then Lily to Manika.
I think in everything, I don't know what should I say, but like she said, she needs to learn more how to play on pimple rubber. So I will try to make her do that, and I will try to be like I'm a pimple rubber. If I'll be the coach, I can play with pimple, and she can hit on my pimple rubber.
Thanks, coach.
Good.
We can practice.
Lily, what would you advise to Manika?
Well, I feel like yeah, backhand topspin. I got you there. Well, I don't know if I can give her so much advice on her style because I'm nowhere near the expert that she is. But if I had any advice to give to her or anyone, I feel like it would be, I think that like the mental game is a really important part of table tennis and in any sport. So I would just say, you know, even like, I feel like a lot of players go through losses and bad periods, and to try not to take that too much into heart and know that it's just a normal part of the game, and kind of just focus on the losses as like a learning experience, as a growth experience, and use it to get better and to improve in the future. So yeah,
Good.
that's it.
Good. You passed the exam. Sorry?
I'm thinking of making her a coach of mine.
Hire me.
Okay, so we have I think some questions from the audience. We have received several. Dominic, maybe you can take over on this.
Thank you, Massimo. I will start with a question for Lily. It's a prior webinar question from Emanuele Vernillo from Italy. Lily, which are the main differences you found in the training and in general play among USA, Europe and Asia?
I think, yeah, that's a really good question because I feel like the training styles and systems are extremely different in these parts of the world. Yeah, so growing up, obviously, I started training in America and I kind of got used to the training style here, which I would say is a much more individualistic approach. So whereas in Europe and China, they have more, more focused on group training and systematic approach. We focus more on just like private lessons and one-on-one coaching. So that's probably the main difference I see between like the Americas or North America at least versus China and Europe, where they're more focused with a group and one coach, kind of leading a group of kids or players.
Okay, thank you very much, Lily. Pass over to you, Max.
I think I have this from Lokesh Singh Bagri for both of you. How we can encourage girls, women to play ping pong? Oh, wait, we know that the number of female playing table tennis are less, let's say. How can we encourage them to start playing table tennis? Manika, you can start.
So I think in my country, nowadays many girls are starting with table tennis, playing table tennis in like when they are 4 or 5, and I am loving that. Like that was my dream that every girl should have their right to play whatever sport they want, and many girl players, they are starting with table tennis. And it depends on mostly on parents. I think in India it's like parents, before it was like parents were not willing to put their child in sports, any sport, but nowadays parents are really supporting their girl child, and I think that is really good in our country. And I think many young players are doing like a great job. Like I said, like when they are young, they are doing like nationally and internationally so well, and I am really happy to see that. And I think we have to achieve something, and we can only inspire them, young girls. And I'm sure we all women athletes, we are doing that to like how to motivate them and how to inspire them. So I think they are really inspired by us, so they have also started playing table tennis.
Good. How about you, Lily?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with Monica that I think one of the most important things is by example. As a young girl, when you look at the table tennis scene or pretty much any sports event, you want to see people like you doing that. You want to see other girls and other women accomplishing great things, so that that it's possible, to do the same. So I feel like, as women, we should support other women and, really try to lift each other up and hopefully allow young girls to see that it is possible. And, I hope that we're doing our part in making that happen. And I think also the most important thing is, having a conversation and trying to reach out to young girls and making a real effort to get them playing more table tennis. And that would be an incredible thing to see in the future.
Great. Thank you. Dominic, to you.
Yeah, the next question is to Lily from Deepak. As Manika said, Lily, you are very fast, and Deepak, he saw some multiple and training videos of you. Would like to ask you what your practice routine is, like regarding speed.
That is very flattering, so thank you. Not to expose any secrets, but the multi-ball videos that I do post online are probably like the fastest I can do, and it's like 30 seconds and then I'm completely dead after that. So it's not too much of a normal occurrence. I'm not like that good or anything, but my normal training routine, I would say, is definitely a lot of emphasis on the table training with like footwork and stuff, but also a lot of emphasis on multi-ball to help me with that speed. You know, I think multi-ball is a really, really important aspect of table tennis, and even though it may not exactly emulate a real match, it's really important to helping us develop skills that we need to work on. So, like for example, speed multi-ball will help you with speed and reflex, and you know, underspin will help you with looping and stuff. So, yeah, it all comes down to that.
Okay, I totally agree with you. And for all the attendees, if you would like to see some kind of those videos, just check out on YouTube, Lily Chang.
Follow me on Instagram at Lily.
You
Okay,
actually
thank
you
you.
can put on
Yes.
Instagram and you can like see your followers will grow.
Okay, I'll take it from
Thank
the social media expert.
Pass over to you, Max. Pass over to you, Max.
Yeah, very last question, then we can conclude this great meeting. Marcin Fidala, regarding the serve return. So what kind of service action is most difficult for you to receive? Manika, you can start, and then Lily.
Service action, you mean?
What kind of service actions is the most difficult for you to receive? I don't know, reverse, the pendulum, the backhand serve, the fast long, the short.
We don't want to be exposing our weaknesses here.
Yeah, you want me to say my weakness.
But you can always say that you are working on, and so don't play like that.
No, Monica, you can say what you're best at receiving, and so have everyone think.
I want to like that.
Exactly the opposite.
Reverse psychology.
You know.
But yes, I think there are some few services which I am working on, and I used to think that I am weak on receiving that services. So I am working on that, but like in many tournaments, I saw that many players, they do without spin services on my backhand long services. So I think I'm working on that, and
that's not fair, honestly.
Thank you. No, you can tell this, and they should be prepared.
Okay. People advise. Really?
You know, I'm really, really bad at receiving when you serve super high and no spin. Yeah. You know, that's so scary to me.
You don't know what to do with that ball.
I have no idea. So I mean, don't do it ever, please. Well, great. I guess for me, to be honest, like it's not exactly a specific serve, but I do feel like if a player has one action and is able to change the spin with that one action, so you can't tell if it's topspin or underspin, I feel like that gives me a lot of trouble. I'm sure it gives a lot of other people trouble as well, because you know, you never can really quite tell what's coming at you, and that creates a lot of hesitation, which, you know, could be, you know, detrimental to your game. So I guess that's it for me.
Okay. So, but
I think
the high one.
That like, one, no. Yeah, Manika.
Yeah, I think. But like I think that when we are playing a match and when we are nervous, like what we are best to receive, our best receives also becomes a bad receive when we are nervous, and when like close match. So
Yep,
yeah.
I agree.
True, true. Okay, thank you. Dominic?
Yeah, thank you very much. Unfortunately, time is flying and it's time for a short summary of this webinar. Now all of us got to know how happy Lily and Manika are to be back on the table, and that both of them have a lot of role models admiring both genders, of course. Manika emphasized how difficult and time demanding it is to improve playing with pimples out, but also how great the feeling is if you can handle it. You as an athlete have to work on weak points too, not forgetting about your strength. And as Lily emphasized, don't forget to take a rest. Lily and Manika totally agree with the decision of the Olympic postponement, and they see the positive side to have more time to prepare well. Lily and Manika, I would like to warmly thank you very much for giving us so many interesting insights, advices, sharing your thoughts and experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you for having us.
I really enjoyed it.
I
Thank
did
you.
too.
I would also
But
like...
sorry for my bad network, but I really enjoyed it.
No problem, Manika. In the end, it worked out. And I would also like to thank all of you, the attendees, for your interest and your attendance. And I'm looking forward to our next webinar on next Wednesday, the 17th June at 2 p.m. Central European Summer Time. The topic will be ITTF Para Table Tennis Classification. That's all from my side today. Pass over to you, Max, for the closing words.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dominic. What to say? Thank you so much, Manika, Lily. Really, we have appreciated your presence here, and I think also the audience enjoyed this time. Yeah, we have to improve Pune government. I will send a very strong letter to the government of Pune to improve the internet connection. Anyway, thank you again. We look forward to seeing you in action. We hope as soon as possible. And Dominic said we'll see you soon. And thank you very much. Bye-bye, and stay safe.
Bye.
All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.